This cannot stand. These humans have become too destructive for even their own good.
Even as a god, I am shocked at the amount of conflict and war they have brought to their own species.
These creatures are nothing but bags of lies, deceit, and maliciousness. And that is coming from me. The mortals have lost their touch, and even mock our very existence. They should be dealt with an iron hand.
Brother, I believe it has become a problem of too big a magnitude for us to ignore anymore. They are not only a problem to themselves, but to every other species, and even the ecology of the planet itself.
It is not like they even care enough to try and change it. They document every single stage of these mass calamity events, and do nothing to help them.
Indeed, the ice caps melting, the mass extinction of multiple species, and too many mass genocides of their own kind.
And then they will blame us for their murders, killing in the name of gods.
Sacrificing their own for us to give them what they want.
I say we eradicate them!
Okay, and how do you propose we do that? War? What makes us any different from humans?
Against this, because if we eradicate all the humans, you'll be stuck with them for all eternity.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time you dumped a shitty responsibility on me, would it? Oh, mighty king of gods.
Oh, is giving you a kingdom, all of your own, not enough with the endless supply of servants?
You do well to watch your tone, brother.
A kingdom? You call an internal pool of suffering and pain a kingdom? I call it a poor excuse for a punishment.
Oh, calm down. You stick in the mud. When have I ever failed to satisfy any of your needs? Well, there's that time I brokered peace between Demeter and you for that wife of yours. There's a time I freed our whole lineage from the Titan's reign. Hell, I even pulled you from our father's stomach.
Yes, our father, the one who wanted to wipe out an entire species that he'd seen as inferior. Why does that sound familiar?
Our father did it out of fear. Fear that we would overthrow him. Fear that he will lose his crown and power.
He did it without hesitation and without considering all outcomes of a prediction made by inferior witches. He didn't look at the matter from all sides, just like you aren't. You look at it from the gods' perspectives, but have you stopped to consider the humans' views?
Hades, you party pooper. Our father only wanted us dead to protect himself. We are talking about wiping the board clean, ending a few billion to save an entire planet.
And what happens when the next species has a slight ounce of imperfection? You plan on mass extinction then? And the time after? And after that?
Yes, what is your point? Fear is a way of controlling these lesser beings. Without fear, they doubt our laws, and before you know it, it's the end of days. Total extinction, Ragnarok.
Laws. What do you care about our laws? A law of ours is no frolicking around screwing humans. Never seen you care about that one.
God of the gods, the king of the skies, I fought with sweat and blood to save all of our pantheon from beings twice as powerful as I. So what's wrong with me having a bit of fun?
And who's the one keeping an eye on the titans in the underworld? Who has to constantly hear their pain and screams? You forget, brother. You may have overpowered them, but who is the one who has to suffer their pain? And who gave me that cold, dead heart?
Maybe your wife doesn't care for a pathetic depressed runt who cares for every human, dog, cat, and bug. That's why your bedchambers haven't been used in eons.
Maybe you need to stop trying to get into human bedsheets and start looking into their hearts instead.
What does all that nonsense have to do with the fate of humans?
Fair point then, my brother. Your point was that we are doing this because we assume that everyone is in agreement. So how about a wager?
Explain.
Simple. We have a vote. Me and you abstain, as our views have already been made abundantly clear.
Fine.
Okay, now, everyone, vote. Who says we should exterminate the human race? Do not worry, your vote shall be respected, and I will show no punishment to those who believe the filthy creatures should live.
It seems all votes are counted for, my lieges. The vote is approximately 97.666% in favor of extermination.
Well, that is quite the outcome. What do you suppose we do now, brother?
I respect the outcome of the result. Mass extermination is the vote.
Good. Now you begin with fire, destruction, and plagues. I need to go get the nectar of the gods.
I object.
I know that voice. Shit, please, not him. Anyone but him. Hey, Hercules, how can we help you?
You can start by growing a backbone.
Look, kid, I'm as disappointed as you are, but you have to respect the rules. The vote has to be a majority of 80% or more. All guidelines followed.
My son, we all voted. Don't be a sore loser now. Just stop the arguments and let's have a drink. Father and son.
I invoke Article 4523, the Ragnarok.
That again? There are so fucking many.
Sorry, I don't think you realize what you just said. Hermes, please, get him out of here.
As a demigod, I invoke my right to introduce any proposition.
Kid, humans are already doomed to die. Why humiliate them further?
Can someone please explain what is this Article 45 something?
You made the damn rule!
I make a lot of rules. How can I be held responsible for remembering them?
I will shed light on the situation. The rule proposes if humanity wants to survive, then a demigod can propose the Ragnarok. A fight between 13 humans and gods. It was written by you in a drunken state as a joke, but it's technically a legislature.
Even I managed to impress myself.
Once again, Hermes, you astound me with your stupidity.
Now, brother. I say we allow this, I really am a genius. What's the point in wiping them out without a little entertainment?
Why must you always make a spectacle? Just kill humanity and be done with it.
First you want them to live, now you want them to die. You're the god of the underworld, brother. I'm sure even you must realize how good they are at fighting. They kill each other on a secondary basis.
It is man v God. That is not a fight, it is a butchery.
We will pass the mead, have a laugh, and enjoy the food.
I guess it's a vote again.
Already counted votes. Taking into consideration your opinions, my lieges, that is a 99.999% vote for the Ragnarok.
And there we have it. Zeus amazes all, even himself, without even knowing.
You know what? Fine. Let's get this over with.
Finally.
I hate being immortal.
Now, Hermes, to all the humans of our decision, do it however you want. Email, phone call, whatever gets the word out.
Understood. All humans dead and alive are currently aware of the situation.
Now, with all this drama out of the way, I'm going to go get something to drink. I'm thinking of mead.
I hope you know what you're doing, kid.
Why are we here?
You, in your brilliant, drunken haze, allowed a vote to happen that invokes that we hold a tournament, which allows the humans to fight for that chance of survival in 13 humans against 13 gods.
But what kind of an imbecilic fool would create a law like that?
You did, brother.
Oh. Well, under the right circumstances, I'm certain it would be useful.
Sorry I am late, Father. I hope I haven't missed your sister's fight.
Hello, my boy. How great of you to arrive.
Thank you, Father. It is good to be
How kind of you to give your twin sister your emotional support.
Sister says she's not at a drunken fool's beck and call, so I came in her place.
And did you not try and convince her?
Trust me, Father. Artemis is an ignorant fool ever since birth. Besides, I am a much better shot.
Aphrodite's son outshot you and made you fall in love with a nymph made of grass when he was an infant.
Father, that wasn't my...
Shut up. Why can't you be more like Artemis or Hercules? When they lose, they aren't a whiny bitch about everything. How about you make yourself useful and get me a drink?
Father of the year. Have faith him and the ones who don't he belittles.
Hey, give Father advice when you have to deal with your daughter literally ripping through your skull, and still you decide to raise her.
Shall I get started, sire?
Oh yeah, forgot said daughter is fighting. Let's see if she was worth the effort, or worth the pain she put me through.
What do I say? Welcome, one and all, to the Ragnarok. Now then, our first match is the goddess of wisdom, the master of war, the femme fatale, the god of war and conquest, Athena. And in the other corner, we have Hava of the Silk Road trade route, the man of many wives, descended from most of the population in the modern era, and the man who won every single military campaign he led, and the leader of the Mongols. It is Genghis Khan!
Stairs! I must admit, it was a pleasure to learn that the god of war was what the gods needed to defeat me. But this woman, she'd be lucky to be one of my concubines, let alone a god of war.
I'm a goddess of war, actually. Show some damn respect.
Why should I respect when the gods are too scared to send me the strongest fighters?
You want to repeat that?
Gladly.
I hate men like you, always so high and mighty, talking down to others like your pets. It's people like you that are the reason we are in this mess. I will take great pleasure in wiping you off the face of the earth.
A goddess of war? That's about as laughable as half of the self-entitled snotty god titles.
Huh? But how did you...
How did... Someone please explain this.
I came here for one thing only, to take home the head of a high and mighty god. You aren't even worth the wooden plaque in my cabin.
Good reflexes. I'm almost impressed.
Maybe I was wrong about you. Maybe this is the fight I wanted. After all, I've never taken the head alone. Maybe your mutilated corpse is all I need before I finally claimed China for my own.
It truly is aggravating. All this time, and you haven't changed at all. Every conquest was the same, you misogynistic troll. Always demeaning, belittling, and hurting others for your own selfish gain. Perhaps you'll respect me if I looked like this, my liege.
I always knew something was off about you, Huang Shangpu.
You know, of all the conquerors, all the warriors, you irritated me the most. Many warriors in history would not let a woman join, but you used women like dolls, like playthings, and objectified them, when they are just as powerful.
Powerful my ass! Your place should have been in the kitchen, or in my home, in my bed, giving birth to my men. That's all you're ever good for, you worthless wench.
Wench, is that how you see it? Well then, allow me to show you the power of a goddess! Divine spear, now burn!
Why is she taking so long to finish this? This is a mockery. This is pathetic.
There she is.
Do not make excuses for her. If you know what's good for you, boy, she should not have been wasting her fiery storm technique on such a pitiful excuse of a man.
Ah! Ow! Athena! You have to be so mean.
Because strength is derived from ruthlessness, something your father should be teaching you. Now come along, Athena. There is enough for today.
Did I do good today?
What was that? That tiresome little runt should have been floored within the first 20 seconds. But you had to show him an honorable fight.
But Uncle Hades said...
Your Uncle Hades doesn't have a damn clue what he's talking about. He fought one war. I have fought thousands.
But he won, and you have lost some.
You listen here, little girl. I only train you to do one thing. You may be a goddess, but you still are my daughter, and you'll be the greatest warrior in all of Jotunheim. Any less, and you will be punished. You will not lose. That is the way of a god.
I will not lose. I will not lose. I will not lose. I will not lose.
Whoa, she went ballistic on him. Ach!
I will not lose. I will not lose. I will not lose. I will not lose.
Not good. She's totally losing it.
Good. She's finally ending this pathetic mortal. His room was up anyway.
Finally, you stopped being weak. I can actually go loose this time.
Big sword you got there. Compensating for something?
I could say the same about you. What's wrong? Daddy didn't love you enough?
Say that again.
I said, what's wrong? Daddy didn't love you enough?
Divine Shredder.
Nemean Force! Come at me then, you damn bitch!
Oh no.
What is it?
Oh, uncle, this power of hers is her second stage. The first stage was fiery wrath. Now it is the second stage, thunderous wrath. Stage 3 and no one can even touch her. Problem is, she can't achieve it while she's in this mindset. She is too angry. It seems that this fight is over. No human can live that kind of hit.
That is where you are wrong, cousin.
What did you do?
Notice how his armor continually breaks. However, that cloak of his, it hasn't even been scratched.
You gave him the hide of the Nemean lion. That is bullshit.
Within the rules. As much as I despise my son for doing so, he is allowed to do as he sees fit. As their representative.
Surely you are a formidable woman, but a woman nonetheless.
That dumb little shit.
Nearly 900 years. I have truly missed the flames of combat. But I don't want it to ever end. Not like it did back then. Battle after battle, I fought, and battle after battle I won. Each fight was bolder than the next. The fighting never stopped, and I loved it. I always swore to die by the sword one day, for if I were to meet death, I would fight him until he stuck a sword through my heart. But I was robbed, cheated. I looked death in the eyes, but he refused to fight me. A man riddled with sickness and disease. He dared to look me in the eyes as I lay there. And he told me something that I never wish to hear again.
Your fight is over.
I, the great Genghis Khan, have never heard of such nonsense. My fight? Over? I couldn't let it be so. But as I tried to fight him, he reaped what he had came for. Not even the batting of an eyelid.
It is over.
I rushed towards him, swinging my blade to try and take him to the ends of the earth for a final fight. But I didn't even get the chance to see what happened.
You did well as a conqueror, but I fear you will not be going up above. Rather, I believe you're going to be taken down to the depths. Let the scales of truth decide.
I saw the god of death, and I wanted to challenge him because I felt robbed. But I was sent to a place where all I am, was made pointless. I made it my vow to escape from that hellhole, but I never could. I was always brought back. Until that man, he came to me with an offer to fight a god.
My damn son.
But I was once again robbed, cheated. I thought I would meet the god of war, but all I got was a washed up nobody who wanted to kill me for my views.
It wasn't just you. I have been there during every single major global conflict. I have always joined every military, twice. The first time like this, in my true form. But they rejected me, calling me a meek woman. Weak, pathetic. It killed me. But now, I see that it is not just man. Gods, too, are completely blinded by their judgmental nature.
How dare you show yourself in such a weak state? You are my daughter. You disgrace our whole family.
Brother, you're distracting her.
No, if she doesn't win this fight, she better have another place in mind because she isn't coming back.
Father, it's Athena, your daughter, my sister.
That girl is a result of me wanting to have some fun with a nymph. She matters so little, I drank her mother while she was in the womb, so Hera wouldn't catch me with a fling.
But you
Now
raised...
I remember why I have you in charge of the sun, so you have to stay out of my way! Hephaestus and Ares know when to keep their trap shut. Why can't you? One is a muzzlehead and one's a deformed freak. And if my daughter doesn't end this mortal, she will know the furthest extent of my fury!
You are all the same. Men, gods.
What'd you say? I couldn't hear such a pathetic voice!
Calm yourself, brother. Any action taken to any of the fighters during their fight will make the match null and void against the person who interfered, regardless of what they do or who they hurt.
I don't give a shit anymore.
Oh, little Miss Good for nothing thinks she's now worth a damn!
How interesting. Anubis?
Yes.
What do you suppose happens when Athena reaches her final form?
Any level of things could happen.
Come on. You can tell little old me.
I will never reveal the future of a battle to anyone. It never ends well. But in either outcome, once this battle ends, the gods and humans will be shaken by the outcome.
Cryptic as always, old man.
Pipsqueak.
Fossil.
Let me ask you, Runt. What do you think the outcome of this battle could be?
If I remember rightly, the Nemean lion was able to take Uncle Poseidon and Uncle Zeus down. In their primes. Only Hercules beat him. So technically Hercules was stronger than Zeus. So it is likely that his daughter Athena won't be able to beat such a brutal combatant wearing the skin of the beast that beat the gods. But I believe in my cousin. She is strong.
I will not be beaten by any man. No matter what, I shall prevail. But it will not be for you, Zeus. It will be for those who I care about.
Finally, I have been waiting too long to see this form. But what does the high and mighty Zeus think?
About damn time she proved herself. I really am the best at being a father.
Who won? Oh, it's still going.
Genghis Khan, I understand you a bit more now. I too love the thrill of the fight. But I was always blinded by the feeling of resentment and anger. But I now realize the joy of a fight, how freeing it can feel, the confidence it can imbue in someone.
Finally, her godly wrath form. Now she is at a state of pure emotional equality, so she can better strategize, attack, and defend. In this form, she could even rival Hercules and Thor's strength. Oh my, how is he still standing?
I won't die to anyone other than the god of death. King of the beasts.
How lame, relying on his armor.
You sweet summer child. That form is not just an armor form. Do you know how Genghis Khan ruled his empire?
Not really. Why would I care how some human operated one of his armies?
He wants to be an entire army on his own because he had the physical strength of 1,000 men. Sure, that hide is making the fusion possible, but all it's doing is increasing defensive strength and giving him his claws. But his strength is his own. It is his own ferocity.
It seems I got what I wanted. I was wrong. Thank you. You were a great general in my army, but you were an even better final opponent. I owe you a debt of gratitude. The gods don't deserve a warrior like you.
Honorable as always, cousin.
The winner is Athena. Would you like me to get you a doctor?
I'll get myself a damn doctor.
Very well.
There she is, the daughter who killed a Nemean lion warrior, for she's a good fell.
Don't touch me.
Athena, honey, look. You won. All thanks to my inspirational words and my motivation.
We're done.
Pardon?
I am done with you. There's only one warrior who gave me the respect I deserved, and I just killed him.
That mongrel human?
That man was a pig, and yet he was a ton more empathetic and kind than you ever were. You are no longer my father. You are just the man who couldn't keep his manhood in his damn pants.
Athena, are you really sure you want to cut ties with me? I could just smite you down.
I don't think you understand. I am not afraid of you. Not anymore.
And I'm saying you should be.
How about we all just calm down?
Brother, step aside.
Brother, we have a common enemy. We shouldn't be fighting amongst ourselves.
Indeed, you're right. Besides, today is a day for celebration. The first of many losses for humanity.
Damn it. You said it would work. The Nemean lion hide wasn't enough. Why are you even bothering with this tournament? We don't stand a chance in hell. Answer me. I want to help humanity as much as the next guy. But how do we even stand up to them? Uncle?
You are a good person, nephew, but I do not expect you to understand the full extent of the plan.
Uncle, Athena is the weaker of the gods. We have stronger opponents on the way.
Well, that is kind of hurtful, brother.
Athena, you knew?
I didn't.
I told her, after her match.
And believe me, anything to spite Zeus sounds good to me.
Nephew, this battle has more layers than just punching the next victim, and yes, sacrifices will be made. But that is the price we need to be willing to pay. Can you handle that?
I can, but who do we deal with upon to even have a chance against a god?
I am so glad you asked, Because I found one man who was granted a power by the one being above the gods, the father of the gods, Kronos. He granted this man a small piece of his power. He is the man who split the Red Sea. He summoned the plagues, and he is one of the few people who has godly powers before one of your trophies.
Who is he?
His name is Moses.